heavyweight boxing fans, what's the deal? So, just looking at the schedule here, and I see that my man Trevor Bryan is scheduled to fight Galen Brown in a 6-rounder July 2nd. Okay, now Trevor Bryan, for those of you who don't know, is a 16-0 heavyweight prospect who I've done a lot of videos on. I know he's down there in Florida training at the Heavyweight Factory. For those of you that's following my channel, you've probably seen me put up videos of Trevor Bryan and Jarrell Big Baby Miller having their words on social media, and then Jarrell Miller going down to the camp down there at the Heavyweight Factory and going to meet Trevor Bryan. And they said on camera that they're willing to fight each other, showbox. They just want Showtime to set the fight up. So, but for right now, though, Trevor Bryan, he will be back in action against Galen Brown. A little bit about Galen Brown. He is a veteran fighter, 35 years old, about 6 feet. Now, his weight fluctuates. It goes up, it goes down, it goes up, it goes down. I mean, if you go on BoxRec and look at his career, or even go on YouTube, YouTube is even more, it's even more, I just couldn't believe what I was seeing on YouTube. Like, when you look him up, he looks like a totally different person in one fight, and the next fight looks like a different person. Not so much his fighting style, just the weight gain. I mean, he might fight at middleweight. He might be at 160, 180. He may be 250 pounds, like literally. But it looks like he's had his weight down ever since about 2012. But before that, he was like 250 and then a little bit, or 260. And then like years before that, he was down to 202 pounds. And then a few years before that, 230 pounds. I mean, it's just, you have to go look at it yourself, man, to really get a feel for what I'm saying. But he is coming in to this Trevor Bryan fight with a win over Matthew Greer. That was in April, and he got a majority decision against Matthew Greer. Whenever he steps up against guys like Eddie Chambers, Chaz Witherspoon, he even fought a guy from the Twin Cities, Phil Williams, who I've actually seen train before and trained at the same gym when I was just working out, Uppercut Gym over there in Northeast Minneapolis. But Phil Williams knocked him out. That fight's on YouTube, hit him with a clean shot that put him down. But whenever he steps up, Jordan Schimmel, Jason Estrada, whenever he steps up against guys that are a little higher class, he comes up short in those fights. He may get knocked out. Marius Wack was another fight. That's one of the fights where he looked like he was huge, man. He looked really out of shape in that fight. He's like 260 pounds. That fight is on YouTube. He gets beat in those fights, man. Now, his style is just one of those veteran styles. First of all, his record is 44 wins with 25 knockouts, 33 losses with 22 KO losses and 1 draw. He's real irky-jerky. He'll go from lefty to righty. He'll do things like he'll have his one, you know, if he's in the orthodox position, he'll have his right glove up protecting his chin, his left glove down by his waist. He'll stand in posture, then he'll leap in with a left hook and then grab you. I mean, it's just little irky-jerky things. He'll circle the ring for a big guy. Well, when he was when he had weight on him, he wasn't that bad of a big guy going on his back foot. He'll leap in with punches. He'll step back. He'll punch while he's retreating. Just a lot of little just things that can make a guy look bad in the ring, you know. So, and he knows how to survive and he knows how to win. I mean, he's won his fair share of fights, you know. So he's one of those type of guys, just a real crafty veteran. Loses when he steps up, just from looking at his record and what I've seen. But he just has so much experience. He knows how to survive. So I'm curious to see, and it's only a 6-rounder. So I'm curious to see if Bryan can get him out of there before the 6th round. Trevor Bryan, 16-0 with 11 knockouts, 6'4" with a 79-inch reach. Usually comes in about that 230 mark. So I was anywhere from 225 to 230. Last time I seen him, he was in there with Derek Rossi. Put Rossi down in the 1st round. This fight's on YouTube. And Stacey McKinley was getting on him in the corner, man. He wanted him to work his jab and move his head. Little things that McKinley wanted him to work on. And this fight took place almost a year ago. I think it was August of last year when that fight took place. So he hasn't been in the ring in close to a year. But I've seen that he's been in the gym training, staying in shape, getting good sparring down there at the Heavyweight Factory. But, you know, sparring and staying in the gym is a little bit different than being in the ring. So curious to see what he looks like. I don't know if this is going to be televised. I haven't seen anything saying it will be televised, but it will be taking place in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania at Teamsters Hall. All right, so I'm just getting this news out there. I expect Bryan to take care of business, and then I would like to see that fight between him and Jarrell Big Baby Miller. That's the fight I want to see. Hopefully he can get done by later this year or by the end of this year. But both gentlemen said they want to fight. The fight makes sense. Two undefeated prospects on their way up, looking for a title shot. I believe both guys are rated in the top 15 of a few sanctioning bodies. I don't have it in front of me. But let's make that fight happen. Both of these gentlemen are on camera saying they want to fight. They'll fight. They said they'll fight on Showbox, not, Showtime Championship Boxing. They're not. For what I've seen, these guys are not going to make crazy demands. It's like they want to get it on, pay them respectively, but they said they'll fight on Showbox. So I don't know, man. I don't know what else more these guys need to do, man, as far as wanting to fight each other. Probably get some contracts signed, right? I guess that's the next best step. But I'm just getting this out there, and I expect Trevor Bryan to control this fight with his jab against Galen Brown. Use his hand speed. Just be the better fighter, man. Use that nice left hook. They got Derek Rossi in trouble. Now, he couldn't finish Rossi. Put Rossi down in the first, but he couldn't finish him. Rossi's tough, man. He's a tough dude to get rid of. I mean, hell, he just knocked down Berman Stavern in the first round. Couldn't finish Stavern. So, let you know. And I thought Derek Rossi beat, who was that I thought he beat? Glaskov. I thought he beat Glaskov. Derek Rossi's a tough dude, man. But I expect Bryan to dominate Galen Brown, man, really. And if there's film that drops, I want to see how well he uses his jab, how he sets up that right hand. Would like to see him work to the body a little bit more. I thought in a few fights I've seen of him, he was headhunting him a little bit. I'm just, trying to give some constructive criticism, but I think he's a fine, decent, young, up-and-coming fighter, man. So I expect him to win this fight. I expect that left hook or that straight right hand to find a home, and if it doesn't put Galen Brown down, I do believe that it will be enough to keep him at bay, and I expect Bryan to win this fight by at least 6-round unanimous decision. Just getting this out there. I'm out.